Well, good, cool, crisp Nebraska morning, November 13th. Timestamp for all of you people out there trying to keep up with what Kale is doing. Today, I'm going to be in the 8345R for just a little bit. We are going to get it warmed up for Ethan to disc. I have half of this field, quarter. It's a quarter. Half of it is going to be 80 acres to disc today. So should be able to finish today. Not a big deal. I want to warm this tractor up, warm the disc up, warm everything up. This is a Case IH True Tandem 375. I'm so glad they put the label and the numbers on all of this equipment for me to help keep it straight as I'm filming myself. It is a 31.5-foot disc wide, so I disc at 30 feet just because I want a little bit of overlap. It has a rolling harrow basket back here that does a little bit better job of crumbling up the soil and these clods. You can see how it chops as it moves along through the field. Not quite sure what I'm going to do to this field. I could probably plant it straight, but I think I might strip till it so I don't have to field cultivate finish it. But I'm pretty much changing these rows. Some of the guest rows were bad, were off where I planted. And so I'm tearing up the whole field to set new straight rows. And I could be good till spring, but we might do some more tillage and stuff to this field. But it's looking good. All right, we'll get her started. Aha, my gloves. I lose gloves everywhere. We'll turn on the auto steer, which is this ag leader. I'm pressing that bucket button in the back. All right, tractor started, let it warm up. All right, I got my son Ethan in the tractor. He's taking over. And he'll just sit out here all day doing what I would want to do. But I now have to be the business owner and the manager. And sometimes you can do that from the cab, but sometimes it's more important for me to be in another cab, another operation, or working on the business itself. That looks really good. I haven't filmed in a bit, so I thought I'd catch you guys up. I don't know where we are in the sequence. Haven't filmed last night, didn't film today. Lots of business going on, lots of things on my mind, and I'm all jammed up, and I'm not in the mood to film, or there's not much to talk about. Loading out white corn. The hard way. Definitely, say it with me, improvise with that over time. Our overhead's not installed yet, hasn't even arrived, but we're making it work. Pouring it out, we'll do 2 loads tomorrow, Wednesday, and then we'll do 10 loads, maybe Thursday, when they get a train in. Always be extra careful and cautious around augers. So I use a shovel, not my hand. Try to teach that to the kids. It's loud out here, folks. breezy and windy in Nebraska. But work moves forward.
A load of white corn. We are at a separate plant because we use white corn for food, and we have to keep it special and separate from all of our other grains. So just holding a full truck untarped, and I'm about to scale and dump.
Okay, good morning. Happy Wednesday, November 15th, timestamp. My son Ethan just sent me a clip that he recorded. I told him that if he ever feels like it, he should record something. He sent me the clip. I thought it was great. That reminded me I should maybe record a clip with what is going on in my life. Something new to this farm, new to you guys, new to everything. I am land rolling. Kale, what in the world is that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me explain a little bit further. We'll hop out right here. I can explain a lot better if I can walk and talk. We'll park it here. I just went ahead and shut the tractor off so it's quiet. I'm able to think a little bit better. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. I don't have a microphone for the audio. Okay, essentially what we are doing, the bottom line is these corn stalks are sharp. And actually, okay, this cornfield was my non-GMO white cornfield, and that is what Ethan is hauling in now. He's going to haul in a couple trucks today, and maybe the rest of it tomorrow. Food grade goes into your guys' potato chips and everything else. Anyway, with our new chopping corn head, it creates these stalks that are very strong and very sharp, and they can be a tire killer. If you look at this tractor, it was down in Kansas, and it has some stubble damage. Not too bad, but the previous owner of this tractor drove over wheat stalks or corn stalks, so a little bit of stubble damage. If I drive over these stalks, this whole field, it would kill it. Not a big deal, right? Because I am a row crop farmer. I farm on 30-inch rows, and so my tires mostly and mainly always go in between the row. That's why I can hill, cultivate, and do different operations, spraying, even harvest. I don't drive on the corn stalks. You can see right here where I actually am driving on the corn stalks. I'll stop this clip for a second. Anyway, when I was planting this field this last spring of 2023, I had a new tractor, new planter. It was a pole type trailing planter, new technology. And so this is one of the first cornfields I planted with it. And so as I'm trying to figure out the technology and am I putting seeds in the ground, I wasn't working on or paying attention keeping the planter straight. I learned how to do that later in the season, but this field had some bad guess rows. A guess row is in between the left side of my planter going that way and then the left side of my planter coming this way. So this row is way too wide. You can fit, good grief, almost a four-wheeler in it. So my goal is, we didn't hill it because of bad guess rows, even though it kind of would have worked, well, not on the narrow side. Here you can see up the line there. Anyway, essentially, my plan is for this field is to strip till it into strips that I can plant into, and my planter will hopefully fall into those strips. So I can drive straight with the tractor with those strips, but half the time those tires are going to be on these corn stalks. So as we run the roller over the corn stalks, it's going to smash it and crush it and make it a lot more flexible and pliable. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on for a second. Okay, business never stops. When you're the manager or the buck stops with you, you have to take care of business. You can't just be a machine operator, which I'm really good at and what I really enjoy, but running a business is important too. Okay, anyway, stalks are really strong. The stubble damages my tires. We might be driving over some stalks, so I'm rolling them out flat, and this is what it looks like. This is a strong stalk. there, and these are the flat stalks. So as you're walking through the field, you won't even trip on them, and they're just smashed and they'll be soft for the tires. I could actually probably plant this with just rolling it. I wouldn't need to strip till it, but strip tilling is another new operation that I want to try on the farm. So we'll maybe do half of this no-till, maybe half of it strip tilled, where we got some rolling down there, maybe leave that alone. I think I can make it work. I think I can get away with it. So we're changing the farm, changing the operation, doing a bunch of new things, trying them out this fall. We'll try a few things out this spring. And 1 year from today, I will let you guys know what works, what doesn't work. Even though I planted off the row, it was still okay yielding corn. I was still able to farm it by using technology. I'll just hone that in and do a better job throughout the years, adding technology and different things. So a lot of these rolling machines, you'll find them in some parts of Iowa, a lot of them in Minnesota, South Dakota, Michigan. Typically where you have a lot of rocks in your field, we don't have any, they use these land rollers to smash the rocks back down so they can just grow the crops and harvest the crops and not have to harvest any rocks. But we're just using it for stalks. I don't know, I'm renting this from a neighbor. He's been using it for 10, 15 years. I've been watching him, really like what I see. He's a big no-till guy. And I'm trying this, so I might own one of these machines at some point in the future. There's actually one coming up on auction. I might click around and bid on. Anyway, that's what I'm doing today. We got cattle over there. Oh, also this smashes out the manure and kind of spreads out the cow pies to fertilize my crop next year, which will be soybeans. I'll get it on film. Does he know what he's doing, Amanda?
Yeah, he's back.
Okay, so if it's got it. So the color is not priced yet.
Yeah. Poor kid, just, well, kind of like me, you just have to learn. You'll learn or you won't learn, or you'll get a shovel and scoop it up.